Hi, I'm here to talk to you about the website payitforward-kingdom.com. We need to pay things forward to ourselves before we give it to the governments. Whatever work anybody does, whatever money that people have made, and they're being taxed on it. The first tax that should happen is that we should be able to pay it forward to ourselves, something. When I say pay it forward to ourselves, you might look at your whole body as, lots and lots of cells together. But let me tell you that when you look at yourself and you're 50, 60, 70 years old, the number and percentage of human cells that you have compared to all the other cells is a huge difference. The only time that you're really 100% human is when you're in the womb in your mother as the seed, the neural tube. So your human cells are in the blue. They go from your brain down your spinal column, all throughout your organs, through your connective tissue. So if you want to move your finger, your brain can tell you to move your finger. Part of your brain that has control over everything is your cerebral cortex. Just like an onion, the outer layer controls all the inner layers. So the outer layer is your consciousness, and the inner layers are all your subconscious behavior, thoughts, beliefs, so on and so forth. The amount of neural liquid that you have in each one of your neurons, it changes also from the time you're born at 95% to the time that you die, it's 20-30%. So that's why you're shrinking up, because the energy that we have in our human cell cannot control everything the others, and we lose our neural liquid. So it's liquid that is in the cell that gets out and can't get back in. I believe we have to honor the God living within us. That God is our consciousness. If you look at, a Mother Mary and the ring around her head, her halo, this defines, I believe, God talking through the cerebral cortex to us, which controls everything below. If you look at all other animals, they don't walk upright. Also, the size of their brains is much smaller than ours. I believe that the way that we are, as a society, acting, we are not paying it forward to the right places, so to speak. If we look at how we could make ourselves better, it would be to our human cells. Those are the godlike cells. We have to honor the God that's living within you, meaning that we have to honor the human cells and make ourselves more human-like. The way that we know where our human cells are is from the seed. Everything is born of the seed. In a human being, it's in a woman's womb. So I believe that all of our human cells are in our brains, go down our spinal columns, are all in our connective tissues throughout our cells and our organs and the organelles. The cerebral cortex controls all the human cells, so this is your higher self, and just like your brain is an onion, every layer on the inside reports to the layer on the outside. Einstein had a larger cerebral cortex than other humans. As we age, the proportion of human cells compared to other cells spreads until the day that we die. There's only 20 or 30% of this water, this neural liquid, that's inside the cell. When you're born with a 95% dent. So this neural liquid is what conducts all the energy. This is the place where we need to feed ourselves. When you look at the composition of this neural liquid, I believe it's a marriage of gold and crystal and some other elements as well that I probably don't know. But I would think that those are the two major ones. If we are to create more humanity within ourselves, we need to feed this part of ourselves instead of this part. When we eat something, how much crystal and gold are we absorbing inside of us compared to how many Big Macs and so on. So in our diet, I believe you need to put gold and water in the drinking water so that can feed yourself. And that's how I propose that we should pay it forward to ourselves first. Once you've paid it forward to that part, just that one thing, then everything else will follow. We'll have farms, we'll have lots and lots of things to make and build. If we don't feed that part of ourselves, forget the rest. What I'm proposing is, I made this little water place, process water. I believe that I can dissolve this crystal into the water, and when I do, the water feeds your brain much more. Since I've been doing this the last 2-3 years, I believe that I've gotten smarter, and I know, how the body works and other ideas about how to make things work.